First of all, I want to bring your attention to the fact that this phone turns into a microscope. I have the phone on my comforter, right? It's pink, it's cute, it's pretty. I tap on microscope. You can now see like the thread. What? It's blowing my mind. Good day, beautiful people. Welcome to LAZADA's Tech, where we do tech in your life in style. So, OPPO just announced their newest flagship device and they sent it over in this beautiful big box, the OPPO Find X3 Pro. A lot of cool things this new phone has to offer, so without further ado, let's unbox it and check it out, see for ourselves. This is the box that OPPO just sent me, and it's not looking like your typical phone box. We have OPPO Find X3 Pro branding on here. On the side, some OPPO branding. We have a tiny little drawer right here. Let's open that up first. This looks interesting. This looks like this is gonna be the shape of the phone, maybe. OPPO down here. OPPO Find X3 Pro Awaken Color, March 11, 2021. We're not done yet. We have another box here that says OPPO Find X3 Pro. It's a case. Very, very sleek and thin one. That's also very nice and matte. There's still another one. Has the same OPPO Find X3 Pro branding. Oh, I like this. That is, I'm thinking silicone. Very nice. Also, that inside has a nice texture. See what that says? Designed for fine. That is it for this drawer. Let's see what else is in this box. Whoa! Look at this. Look at that. I mean, that is very, very artistic packaging, I think. I sort of feel like King Arthur taking that sword out of the stone. Ooh. So here we go, ladies and gents, the OPPO Find X3 Pro 5G. That is a very subtle 3 right there. On the sides, OPPO Find X3 Pro. First up, we have the sleeve. Ooh, it comes with another nice case. SIM tool. Warranty card. What's this? OPPO International Warranty Service. Travel worry-free. Cool. This is an even better case, so it is silicone, but the cutouts are for like each specific camera versus one big square cutout. This one is a little more flexy compared to the previous one we checked out. We have the phone, but I want to check out what else is in the box first. Guys, we have a power brick. Super VOOC. Of course, we have the power cord that is a USB-A and a USB-C. We are not done yet, folks. There is USB-C earphones in the box. Okay, so I think that's that. Let's check out the phone. So first off, there is an in-display fingerprint sensor on this. On the back tells us that this has 2 SIM slots. Let's open it up because I want to see. Wow. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I wasn't such a big fan of this design when I saw renders. But in person, it looks way more graceful than the photos you see online. That is a really nice, very subtle curve for the camera bump. I got the blue version and supposedly this thing is impossible to smudge. That claim's holding up. It is frosted, as you can see. I love the feel of that back. And this is most definitely glass. At the bottom there, some OPPO branding etched on the phone. And back to those really sexy curves. Okay, I never thought I'd talk about a camera module like that, but I mean, they are really sexy curves. On this back, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras and a monotone flash. Surrounding the phone, phone feels like a very solid frame. So on this side, you have a power button. At the bottom, some speakers, USB-C, and your SIM tray. And those are volume buttons. Now this frame on the side continues on all throughout the phone. This is definitely a solid feeling device. You sort of really know it's premium. Again, I didn't really expect to like this phone so much after seeing the renders, and especially after the Find X2 Pro with the gold details and that luxe vegan leather back. This actually looks good. It looks very sexy. I don't know why I've been calling this phone sexy and curvy, but it is, and there are no other words I can think of right now to sort of describe it. And by the way, that's also an ever so slightly curved screen on the sides. Power it up because it's time for a montage. So before we move on to the camera tour, I just want to quickly talk about some things that I found about the Find X3 Pro. I mean, I've already gushed about the design, and it's just so amazing to me how gracefully that back looks. The bump almost disappears when I turn it over. I mean, we all know it's there, but it looks good. But I also want to talk about this color quickly. What I have here is the matte blue version, and normally I'd be like, I want more cute colors, but this looks very good paired with my favorite blue sapphire ring, and those curves just make it look more elegant, so I am sold. There is another version, a black one, that almost looks like the back is smooth liquid metal. Joshua has that version, and I'd imagine that if you had an Instagram boyfriend, it would be great to have this phone because then you'd be able to see your reflection as he takes your photos. Very self-serving, but it will work, I assure you. Secondly, yes, that case, it really fits well. You guys already saw the impressive camera specs on the montage that I just showed you. I mean, impressively, there are two primary cameras on the back, a 50 megapixel main shooter and a 50 megapixel wide shooter, done so that you have consistent color and performance across both camera lenses. But what really blew my mind about this phone would be the macro lens. I have literally not seen this capability on any other phone I've tried, and it's just amazing how it all works. It's really simple to use too. Just go to microscope mode and then have your phone flat on a surface, tilt it up until you're able to see the image. Now you can even do 2x on this. It's pretty cool how it all works, and equally cool is the fact that on that camera itself, there's a little ring light that illuminates whatever you're magnifying. I can't get over this mode, and to show you why, here are some samples I've shot side by side with how these things look like when not under that microscope lens. Another thing that the OPPO Find X3 Pro touts would be its true color display. I'm not surprised about how great the screen looks on this because the screen on the OPPO Find X2 Pro already looked great. And finally, this phone is equipped with SuperVOOC 2.0, which is their 65-watt flash charging. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again, OPPO has one of the best fast charging systems in the biz. So yes, it does come with a power brick, and OPPO promises 40% battery in a 10-minute charge, and I did try that, and this is what we got. And this time around, something that the Find X2 Pro didn't have, this has 30-watt AirVOOC or wireless charging, and it can do 10-watt reverse wireless charging. Meaning, when you have a friend in need, you can just use your phone as a wireless charging pad for their wireless charging device. Now, the one thing I'm missing on this phone would be an in-screen selfie camera. Now, I know, it's just really me wanting that in-display selfie camera, and ever since I saw it and tried it at OPPO's In-A-Day years back, I've been waiting to see it on actual retail phones. But I did ask OPPO engineers about this, and they said that it just really wasn't ready yet, and that we'll probably see it on a device when it is ready. Right, on to the camera tour. Here we go, folks, camera tour time. So let's get on to it. Of course, on photo, we have wide, 1x, 2x, 5x. Ooh, my mirror is dirty. I apologize, you guys. Up until 20x. We have flash settings, HDR settings, we have AI settings, we have all the different filters. And as you can see, because I turned AI on, it sort of gives you scenes. Like for example, it recognizes that there's a person, so it gives you portrait. You can just untap that if you want, and then pull this down and you get frame settings, timer settings, and you have a 50 megapixel mode. At the bottom, you have your beauty mode. On the right, you have portrait and you have 1x, 2x. As you can see, the background is now blurred. Actually, right now it's focusing on the phone right there. Now I'm the subject. So here you have the bokeh settings. So this is at default 60%. You can do 1 up until 100. Can you do wide? No. Up here you have the different filters, you have timer, and then you have more. You have dual view recording, pretty cool. So you have this mode, you can move this around, split, and you can tap to switch, and also you can use the different rear cameras. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a wide. You can also do a round version and move that around, pretty cool. Tap to switch. You also have beauty mode on here, so that's pretty cool. There is a slow-mo mode, so you can do 720p or 1080p. There is a time-lapse mode, which allows you to use wide, 1x, 2x, 5x, up until 20x as well. And now it says this is best for city streets, so that's pretty cool. It gives you a time-lapse version with motion sensors, and then you can do up until 960x. This is pretty interesting. On 10x it said best for city streets, on 60x it says best for flowing water, 120x best for sunrise and sunset, 480 for moving clouds, and 960 best for night sky. I love how there are tips on there. Let's move on to movie mode. Ooh, this is cool. So this is basically pro mode for video. You have settings here. You can use all the different cameras. So this is wide, 1x, and I don't know what zoom this is, but it's a zoom. It's pretty cool. You can toggle between those cameras and you can shoot in log. That's, yes, people are gonna love that. There is also a pro expert mode this time around. It's for photos. So again, you can toggle between wide angle or macro lens, standard lens, telescopic lens, and you can shoot in RAW. Of course, from here you can do 1x, 2x, 5x, up until 5x. You have a pano mode, a text scanner, always useful, and then the microscope mode, and this is the mode we tried out earlier. It's pretty cool. Finally, you have stickers, which are look at me. So there are many different types on here that you can pick and choose from actually, and they're really cute. On to the other side, we have, of course, video. So this is wide, 1x, 2x, 5x, up until 10x. Now, there's also a beauty mode on here. Up here, you have flash settings. You also have a steady pro mode and an ultra steady mode. There is AI for video. There is live bokeh on video, and you can toggle that just like the bokeh on photos. And here you have different filters. You can swipe down here to check out the different settings. So you can actually shoot 4K here and 60 FPS. Nice. You can do 1080, 60, or 30 FPS and 720p. We move on to night mode, and this gives you wide, 1x, 2x, 5x, up until my dirty mirror, well, 20x. And then we also have tripod mode. We also have different size settings, timer, no pull down. Is there a night mode on selfie? Yes, hello. So there's that. There's also a fill light option on here, size, timer settings, beauty mode. So like I always say when I talk about the beauty mode, I like it because I use it sort of like a touch-up, use it like makeup to enhance the real you, but always remember that your imperfections without beauty filters, there's nothing wrong with that. Next up, selfie video. Hey, so of course there is AI beauty mode, and then there's also steady mode on here. There is a bokeh mode for video, nice, and you can adjust that, different filters, and also you can shoot in 1080p. For photos, again, you have the beauty mode. Now notice that the beauty modes with the front-facing camera are more precise. There are more settings versus the beauty mode when you use the rear cameras. Flash settings, you have HDR, filter, timer, you have your frame settings, and then my favorite shooting methods, gesture selfie. Yeah, so gesture selfie is my selfie secret. Then on portrait mode, can you zoom in or out? No, you cannot. Of course, you can toggle the bokeh mode, different filters, timers, and then still the beauty mode. Under more, you have dual view, time-lapse pano sticker. We've all looked at that. And yeah, that was our quick camera tour. Time for some quick sample shots. And that was it for our quick unboxing, camera tour, and first impressions on the new OPPO Find X3 Pro. Guys, there is so much to unpack, all the different features, all the different things we could test about this phone. Pretty excited to check it out. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what your questions are. If you want to see a camera vlog test or a social media test, let me know. I'll also be linking all the details I have on pricing and availability in the description box, so be sure to check that out. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's LAZADA_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, I'll be posting real-time updates on my experiences with this phone on TikTok, so check it out. Until next time!